Personally, spirit energy-wise, I hate these types of laterals. However, this is applying tension exclusively to the lengthened position of the muscle, which is scientifically validated as a baller way to train. So Derek's onto the right shit here. As long as you're feeling tension in the muscle, as long as you get a good pump, is actually really right on. Hey folks, Dr. Mike here for RP Strength. I'm a longtime professor of sport and exercise science, and I'm a professional, technically speaking, I'm a professional Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu grappler, though only technically. Once they pay you for a fight, you're supposed to be a pro. And a not professional, but also not so good at it, competitive bodybuilder. And I like to think I'm a pretty nice guy. I'm trying out personalities. That one didn't fit. You know who's not trying out personalities, but is trying out Mr. Olympia trophies, is the man himself, Derek Lunsford. He's like an unbelievably aesthetic 212 competitor who also won the 212 Mr. Olympia, who decided, I'm just going to get bigger and win the whole thing. And at 5'6", and I think like 220 to 230 pounds on stage, which is exactly my metrics, he looks 10,000 times better than me, or really kind of anyone else, because he is gifted, but he also works his ass off. And right now, we are going to examine his training footage from this prep for this Olympia that's occurring like right now. And the finals, I believe, Saturday. And if you see this late, which you probably will, the Olympia just happened and Derek is probably in a top spot. Is he beatable? Can anyone knock him off? Have they already? Can time machines work? Maybe. Let's find out.
3 days on, 1 day off.
First, that's easy. I love that split. I love that split. It's also flexible because it already doesn't fit into the week. Because if you thought this through, you were like, oh, okay, there's 8 days of that split and there's 7 days a week. So if you take your first off day and you really still feel like you need more recovery, just take another off day. But if you do 3 days and you're like, dude, I'm on fire, you just roll into the next 3 days. 3 on, 1 off. Or rather 3 on, 0 to 2 off, depending on how I feel, is how your boy trains, which is why I look exactly as good as Derek Lunsford. No, f it. I'm done being polite and stooping down to all y'all's level. I look better. Me. No more Mr. Olympia, Mr. Dr. Mike Israetel. Anyway, great split.
So tomorrow will be a rest day, and then when I come back the following day, it will not be the same rotation that you just saw, the shoulder workout, arm workout, and now the hamstring calf day. We will actually be doing chest, back, and then another leg day, quad focus. So
that's cool. Having leg days which emphasize various parts of your muscles is something advanced lifters like to do sometimes, and it works super, super well. So a lot of times guys will have like a hamstring and calf emphasis day, but they'll have some quad work in there. And then on their quad day, they have some hamstring and sometimes some calf work as well. Just one emphasize the other. If you try to do an all around leg day as an advanced lifter, you can do it. It can be done. A lot of times that workout turns into like 2.5 hours of pure hell. Whereas if you split it up a little bit, emphasize one thing, de-emphasize another, over the long term, you get very similar growth, but you're not ever in the gym for an excessive amount of time at any one time.
Keep going. Go.
Who the hell is his training partner, and why is he also enormous? Holy crap. Max, the editor boy. Is the reason I'm not as jacked as Derek because I don't have any friends and thus training partners to train with? Is that it?
Yeah, I think it's that, and that you also need more butlers.
Well, they cost money. And I know that because you are technically 10 years old and you fell into a time machine in the 1950s, and when you emerged at the RP headquarters just a few years ago, we used probably too much Captain America serum on you so that you look like a grown man. You're 1950s 10-year-old kid. You probably can't comprehend how much butlers actually cost, but I do thank you for your advice. And just a reminder, Max, in case you ever get cocky, it's my show, not yours. And I know you edit the whole thing and half the jokes are yours and the only reason we're popular is because your editing is sweet, but me. Scott, you hear that?
I know. I fell in line.
Good. I didn't hear a fucking peep.
Now keep it tight. Back up, back up. Back up. Come on. Let's go.
Oh, he's getting a partner assist. All right. What's the deal with partner assistance? If you're trying to track your workouts using then that partner assistance is a bit of a question, because how much is your partner really helping you? Oh, they say it's all you, but they never mean that. Difficult to figure that out. Partner assistance can come in handy because you might be able to get a lot more stimulus out of the eccentric part of the rep, the lowering, but you're not strong enough anymore with these heavy weights to get the concentric by yourself. So probably the best way to do partner assistance is to help the person under control, help them up, and then remove partner assistance or make it much lighter and allow them to control that eccentric on the way down. That would be a really good way to do it. So sometimes it really does work in context. And if you're going to have partner assistance, it might as well be a handsome young muscly fella with hair in his head who's always behind you. And are we still talking about training?
Let's go. Come on, work.
Okay.
His shoulders are big. God damn. All right. Chest presses. Oh, this is the MI40 gym. I didn't ever know if that's an I or an L. I heard really good things. So I believe if you're in the Tampa, Florida area, wild guess, MI40 is a really good gym to check out. And I know it's a good gym because they have the original Cybex Smith machine. By the way, feel free to DM the channel. Scott, is that a thing? Can they DM the channel? Can they email us?
They can technically email us.
They can technically email us. If you have an original Cybex Smith of this design to sell me, I have like an infinity money. So hit me up. But seriously, hit me up in my Instagram DMs if you're serious about selling me a machine. If you are from that call center in India, no, you can't have my credit card. But you guys are great.
Yeah.
Okay. Very good range of motion. Very good control top to bottom. I would love to see Derek do whatever he has to do with his hand grip to make sure his shoulders are feeling okay, and then take that barbell from where you see it at the bottom now all the way down to gently touch the chest and come back up. That bottom 4 inches, you know what I mean? Get it? Anyway, is really important for muscle growth stimulus. Is it a must do? No. Can you do more top end reps to make up for it? Yeah. But then you're doing more work to get slightly less benefit. So I would say for most folks, and Derek, to be honest, might be so muscle bound at this point, he's so jacked, he can't actually go through that range of motion. But if you can, I would say it's a really, really big benefit. The only thing is, don't just try that on one day with your normal working weights you've been going up to your chin with or to your nose, because you'll snap all your shit up. So pyramid up, warm up, nice and easy. You might have to use substantially less weight, but the good news is your joints don't get as fucked up, and your muscles get even bigger, so it's winning all around.
Yeah. Come on, Derek. Come on. Come on. Yeah.
So you guys notice he had 3 plates on before, now he has 2. Down sets. Let's talk about those. Drop sets, related, are when you do some weight and then with basically almost no rest, you take the clip out of the 100 in the cable stack, you put it into the 80, you keep going. Down sets are like normal sets. They're straight sets. They start, have a certain number of reps in them, no weird stuff in between, and you take a normal rest time between them. But down sets can allow you to continue to stimulate in a robust and effective rep range the same target muscle with the same exercise, even though you've lost a little bit of strength because you're really tired. So if you do 3 sets with 3 plates, and by the 3rd set, you're doing like 6 reps, it's just generally not as productive, and the risk reward doesn't make as much sense if you're doing sets of 5, sets of 4, sets of 3, and multiple sets after with 3 plates. But if you go down to 2 plates like Derek is doing, you may be able to hammer out 10, 15, or even more repetitions in that 4th set of your incline pressing on the Smith. And that's a big deal because it's a safer set, it's a very effective set, and there's a little bit of research to show. So this is not confirmed, but an interesting idea. Folks, there is still more video ahead, but if you want the extended uncut edition with jokes that would absolutely kibosh the YouTube channel instantly, give the members area a thought to signing up, and there's tons of other really cool sciencey videos. We have new videos on there all the time. It's a very small price for a very huge benefit. Anyway, let's finish up this video. Ooh, yeah. So, okay, personally, spirit energy-wise, I hate these types of laterals. They just don't they just don't give me that ASMR of doing a super big range of motion. However, this is applying tension exclusively to the lengthened position of the muscle, which is scientifically validated as a baller way to train. So Derek's onto the right here. If you're going to do kind of side/rear delt flies, doing them in that bottom half, bottom third range, as long as you're feeling tension in the muscle, as long as you get a good pump, is actually really right on. All right, we got some barbell upright rows. These are quite good. Again, the traditional Cybex traditional Cybex Smith machine wins because it's f***ing awesome. And it's just better. I don't know what it is. It just feels better. You can use more weight on it than other machines, but at the same time, it's not like some dummy weight weird shit where you're like, I'm not even lifting this. It feels both raw and like it's getting you a crazy stimulus, and you can use more weight. I don't know. It's kind of the best thing ever. His range of motion here on this exercise is excellent. Some people will be able to come up just to the nipple line and then the shoulders get weird. Some people to the clavicles, and some people even to the nose or above the head. I can do that whole above the head shit. Try all three or all four and see which one feels better. And also you can use them as variants. Sometimes you do upright rows to the nipple line, heavier loads. Sometimes you do upright rows all the way to your hairline or whatever. I used to have a hairline at some point. And with lighter loads for higher reps, no wrong answers there. Oh, yeah, I did say nipples twice. 3 times now. Nipples. I'm done. Am I in 7th grade mentally, fellas? That's charitable, isn't it? Less. Yeah. A third grade student that when the parents come to parent-teacher conferences, the teachers are like, he's trying. He's trying. His best, maybe. He's an idiot. Your son's an idiot. That was my parent-teacher conference every year that I was alive. Oh, we train abs. What the f***? 2 things. 1, that's a very modified candlestick. And that's a fucking sweet exercise. It loads your abs the most at the stretch position, which is sweet. The other thing is, with legs that big, that is hard as a f***. Holy crap. His legs don't make any sense. I think one of his legs is like the same size as his waist. It's nonsense. And so for him, this is super, super challenging. Also, I love that he's set up in the Smith machine for this. I almost guarantee you he's set up in the Smith instead of just putting his hands behind him on the bench, because I guarantee you almost certainly can't reach the bench because he's too goddamn jacked. I'm not that jacked. I can't reach the bench. But then again, I'm oddly inflexible. Maybe it's just not oddly, but just inflexible. Yeah, very good exercise. Ooh, and he's doing that part too. That hits the abs as well as the hip flexors. And to be honest, if you get lean enough, various muscles that help flex the hip, like the sartorius, for example, that super long sort of diagonal muscle that cuts between your quads and your adductors, that becomes visible. And if it's more hypertrophied, it looks really sweet. Hey, Max, the editor boy, since you're all smart, you know, physical therapy and the sartorius does help with hip flexion, yes?
It does, yeah.
Thank God. Jesus Christ. You know what, to be honest, we don't even edit like that out. Like, if I get something wrong, I just own it. I've said a bunch of wrong shit on the internet, and people are like, shouldn't you take this video down? I'm like, shouldn't you shut up?
A lot of times people ask me, why do I train with the people that I train with?
Nobody ever asked me that. Huh, fellas? They don't even answer me anymore.
Why do you train with Jared Feather? Go.
Oh, I like his haircut.
Jared, what is this called you got there?
Flaccid mohawk.
Said no one ever.
Said lots of females he's been around. They're so drunk on the Jerry Force. Who knows what they know what they're
I don't think
saying.
they're in for the haircut.
Truth. They are in for, see, Jared does have big legs, but it doesn't matter because, real talk, and I'm not trying to spread rumors on the internet. And don't ask me how I know this, but I think you guys can fill in the blanks. Jerry's.
And I always tell them it's not about being a pro bodybuilder or an Olympian or whatever. If you love to be in the gym and train hard, then it motivates me.
Dude, that's fucking awesome for him to say. It's so facts, bro. Training partners are people who want it. And they're there getting that positive energy going with you. they're going to push themselves. Number one, if you have a training partner that doesn't push themselves, it kind of brings the mood down, which is why nobody trains with me, because I train like a wuss. If they're pushing you and you're pushing them, and if you can get some jokes going between sets, it doesn't matter if they're jacked, not jacked, who gives a shit? And remember, when you train with pros and Olympians, you can't grow off of clout, motherfucker. Just because they're good, that doesn't make you good. And sure, they might have little special secrets, which is accounting for about 1% of their success, but you don't get dick other than that out of it. Even if you snap a selfie like, oh, I'm here training with Derek, I'm going to be absorbing a bit of that Olympian glory. Nah, he's training with his friends and cool people. Not you. No, sorry, not me. That one hit hard.
But especially right now, being on the Olympia prep, I'm very serious, I'm very focused, and I don't want any distractions. So it's very important that the people I train around have that same kind of attitude and mentality. But
again, facts. It's fucking weird when you're training for something legit and you got a clown show going on. Like, hey man, you want to do this exercise? You're like, we have a plan. We have the RP hypertrophy app. It tells us throw away your notepad and your Excel sheets. The RP Hypertrophy app has all of your workouts displayed in one place with guided videos on exercise techniques and a program that evolves to better suit your needs the longer you use the app. All you have to do is follow the plan right on your phone and get the gains. Click on the link in the description of this video to get started. We've architected it to be the best plan ever. And if someone's like, yeah, but I don't know, I was kind of feeling this machine out. It's like, on one hand, cool. On the other hand, shut the fuck up. And then another thing is like making jokes during working sets. Do you guys ever have training partners try to talk to you during a working set? You're like, I'm sorry, sir. Are you out of your mind? When I'm training, I'm not even me. Guess who I am? That's right, you in the back. Kid Gohan from the Supercell part of the Dragon Ball Z series. If you get that reference, you've never gotten laid before. What's up? Me too. Oh, spider curls. My friends and I used to do these all the time. Then I realized I was hallucinating and had no friends. I was just spider curling by myself. That doesn't really change the equation though, because spider curls emphasize the peak contraction and completely de-emphasize the stretch backwards to how you want it. Is this an exercise some people get good results with that works and is effective? Absolutely. Is it the ideal choice for bicep movements? Probably not. Do you want to do something more like a lying down curl or a lying dumbbell curl or a free motion curl, incline curl? Yeah, that's probably should be more of your bicep training than movements like this. But for variation and vibes, I think this is really good stuff. His training partner is really vibing to some shit. Scott the video guy, what do you think his training partner has in his headphones? Is that early Marilyn Manson?
I'm getting more of a hip hop vibe from that guy.
Pop Smoke. Kodak Black.
Something only TikTokers know.
You young ass TikToker, little.
Say what you mean.
Yeah. All right, very good technique here. Ooh, he's using fat grips. Also one of my high school nicknames, don't ask me why, but fat grips are cool. They allow a bigger aperture to the bar. And sometimes for some exercises, people feel a better mind-muscle connection, a better force transduction. It doesn't work for all exercises. Typically it works better for pushing than pulling exercises. Bicep curls, technically not really a pulling exercise, they're really a curl. So I think experimenting with some fat grips is something that you should give some thought to. If you have some laying around in your gym, try to put them on some dumbbells and do some presses or something. Put them on a Smith machine and do some presses. You might like the result. And sometimes even for bicep curls, they work quite well.
oh,
Just bros doing bro. Sometimes that's the vibe. All right, folks, that was fun. Oh, man, I never rated the one we did last time, huh? Who gives a shit? Folks, Derek Lunsford's the man and is the odds-on favorite to win the Mr. Olympia. And we'll see how, not a prediction for me, just an observation. Unbelievable work ethic. Unbelievable physique, and from everything I've heard through third-party sources, a really good human being. Give him a follow on all his socials, and hopefully the Olympia is a thing. See you guys next time. All right, that was super fun, folks. Right here, YouTube insists, demands that you click on the next video so you could just keep watching videos forever. Ah, you too. See you next time, I hope. Or we'll just see you again when you're still watching videos tomorrow when we make our next upload. Did I say tomorrow? 2 days from now. See you next time. Shut up, Mike.